For the longest time, the idea of a solopreneur building a really professional website felt, well, like a huge, daunting task. But there's been this massive shift, all powered by AI, and it's completely changing the game. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what this new world looks like and what it really means for you. So let's turn back the clock just a little bit. 20 hours. This was the reality. Building a website, even if you were using templates, could easily gobble up half of a developer's work week. It meant you were wrestling with code, fighting with plugins, just getting lost in all those complex technical details. For a small business owner, that was a massive wall to climb in terms of time, money, and just plain old technical know-how. And then there's this. This is the new reality. 20 minutes. What used to be a week-long technical nightmare can now literally be done in the time it takes you to drink a cup of coffee. And I want to be clear, this isn't just a little bit better, it's a total 100% transformation. Okay, so this brings us to the core idea of this whole explainer, the efficiency gap. Think of it as this giant chasm between the old way of doing things and the new way. And closing this gap, it doesn't just save you a bunch of time. It unlocks completely new possibilities for what a single person can build and manage all by themselves. So, how does this whole new process actually work? Well, it all starts by basically flipping the old way completely on its head. See, instead of picking from a list of pre-built templates, you start with a simple description. Right. The old way, you'd scroll through endless pages of templates, trying to find one that kind of fit what your business was about. You were always limited by someone else's vision right from the get-go. But now, you're prompting a layout. Instead of trying to squeeze your idea into a pre-made box, you just describe your business, your vision, in your own words. You get to be the director from the very first step. It's a huge shift in control. And we're not talking about some vague, hand-wavy description here. You can get super specific. Take a look at this example. You can describe your exact niche, a photography travel tour business. You can suggest design stuff like fonts, and you can even spell out the exact pages you need. The more detail you feed the AI, the better the starting point it gives you. And here's where the magic really happens. From that one little prompt, the AI engine just goes to work. In seconds, it's writing SEO-friendly text that's actually relevant to your business. It's finding beautiful, royalty-free images that fit your vibe. It's designing a layout that's built to convert, and it's building out all those foundational pages you asked for. All of it, just like that. But of course, the AI's first pass is just that. It's a starting point. It's a draft. The next step is all about you taking that foundation and making it truly, uniquely yours. It's time to add that human touch. And this is so important to remember. The AI is your assistant, not your boss. You have the final say on every color, every picture, every single word. The real goal here is to humanize what the AI created, to shape it into something that really feels like your brand. And the best part is, the tools they give you are so simple to use. With global styles, you can change your main brand color once, and poof, it updates across every single page. These modern builders use a simple grid system, so you're really just dragging and dropping blocks around. No coding needed at all. And maybe best of all, the design is automatically ready for mobile phones. You just click a button to see how it looks and make any little tweaks you want. Okay, so we've got the design part down, it's easy. But what about all that scary tech stuff in the background? The technical details that used to give anyone who isn't a coder nightmares? Well, that's the next massive revolution we need to talk about. I mean, this is the question, right? This is the fear that stops so many amazing entrepreneurs dead in their tracks. The fear of breaking something, of not knowing how to connect all the dots behind the curtain. And let's get specific here. We're talking about things like getting that little security padlock to show up in the browser. That's an SSL certificate. Or something called DNS propagation, which is basically just telling all the computers in the world where your new website lives. And, of course, setting up a professional email like info@yourbrand.com. These things used to be real roadblocks. The answer now? It's just beautifully simple. It's all automated. These modern platforms, they handle everything from one dashboard. You click a button, and your domain, your security, and your email are all hooked up and ready to go. Done. So we've established that building a site is now ridiculously fast and easy. But what does that actually mean for your business? This is where we go beyond just the tool and start talking about the really big ideas: system, strategy, and scale. And this right here requires a huge mindset shift. Your website isn't just a static tool anymore, like some digital business card you make once and then forget about. No, it is now a dynamic system, a growth engine that you can change, test, and adapt in minutes. And this creates this incredibly powerful new workflow. First, the AI builds the system for you. That's solid foundation. This frees you up to focus on strategy. Want to test a new service? Spin up a new page for it in 5 minutes. Got a new product idea? Add it to your online store instantly. It's this ability to experiment and adapt on the fly that lets you scale. And that system comes packed with the tools you need to actually execute your strategy. You can use an AI blog generator to start pulling in traffic, an AI SEO assistant to help you rank on Google, and you can add a fully integrated e-commerce store with just a few clicks. Every one of these tools lets you act on a new idea right now. So, all of this leaves us with one final and, I think, really important question. For decades, the thing holding entrepreneurs back has been the technical challenge of just building. But now that that barrier is gone, the question is no longer how will you build your online presence? The real question is, what will you choose to create with all this newfound freedom?